Hi everybody, welcome, happy Tuesday. Oh cool, I just figured out how to do something. Watch this guys. I can highlight different comments. Ha ha, look at me. Ha. I just find out new and exciting things every day. Hello Renee, hi Deb Gray. Ooh, that kind of rhymed. All right, I hope everyone is doing well. I think we've got everything here ready to go. It is 7:01 and I'm going to go ahead and get started. All righty, happy Tuesday everyone and welcome to my, oh thanks Renee, totally by accident I figured that one out. Welcome to my Tuesday evening Facebook Live. I've got such a super cute little gift bag for you this evening. I am so excited to show you. I call it a peekaboo bag. And the reason I call it this was my original right here. And the reason I call it that is because it has this little peekaboo sides that you can choose some designer series paper as a little coordinating color on the sides. And I thought, wow, that's super cute. I'm going to call it peekaboo. And then I went one step farther and I reversed it. I put the designer series paper on the front and then I had the plain cardstock, colored cardstock as the peekaboo part. So you can do it either way. It works. It's so pretty, so quick and fun. So this is what we're going to be making this evening. So sorry, I missed you last week. We were having some challenges with our internet, big surprise. So I am so glad to be back this evening. And this was the project I was going to share last week. So I'm back and getting back on track. So welcome everyone. Let me talk a little bit about where we will find the materials and products that we're going to be using this evening. First of all, we're going to be using the pierced blooms dies, and those are on the right of this picture here. You know how much I love those. Thank you, Renee. You know how much I loved those dies and still love them, but I wanted to remind you, if you have your eyes on the pierced bloom dies, they are in the January to June catalog, and they will be going out at the end of June. So be careful and don't let that happen, and make sure you grab those before they're gone. All right, now let me talk a little bit about the other product I found, and this was kind of something I found by accident, and boy was it a happy find. It's way in the back of your catalog in the host section. Okay, and these are sets that are called, well, not sets, but products available to hostesses. And of course, you don't have to have a party if you don't want to. If you do, I'd be glad to help you with that. But these are available to anyone that would have an order of $150 or more. Now, you might think to yourself, I don't know if I could get that much. Well, maybe if you went together with a friend or two, you could get $150. But this is my new favorite product in this catalog. It's the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. And it has a black and white side, and then you turn it over and it has just beautiful colors, all different kinds of patterns. Here, let me bring it a little closer to you can see them a little better. There are 48 sheets in this pack, which is 4 times more than most packs have. And it is a $30 value, and it's only $18 if you buy it as your host, as something that you could earn with your host rewards. So that's what I'm going to be using for my paper. And you're going to notice that in the next few weeks that I'm going to be using a lot of those types of things. So let's go ahead. I mean, not a lot of those things, a lot of the papers from that pack, because they're very pretty and happy, and you can use them with any of your projects. All right, we're going to make this the standard way, and then I'm going to give you a couple of hints and tricks on making it the other way. This was the basic way that I saw. I got the idea and was inspired by Sam Hammond on YouTube. She is Poodle's Papercraft. She's amazing. So this was her bag style, and then I just kind of brought in some new paper, new stamp sets and dies. Now let me talk a little bit about my sentiment here, which of course you can use any sentiments you have in your stash, but this one here I have is from the Friends Are Like Seashells, and they've got lots of cute little sentiments up there. So this is a great set if you need some sentiments, or if you are a beach lover or would like to send cards to friends that love the beach. All right, now always remember that on my blog, there is always going to be a downloadable PDF that explains exactly how to make this project. This is a quick one, only a short PDF. But if you go on my blog, and that is www.thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com, go on there. You can search for this peekaboo bag, and then if you scroll down towards the bottom of the post, you will find a link that you can click to get this PDF for yourself that you can download and print. So don't forget about that. And also remember that this video tutorial that I'm doing this evening will also be on that blog post. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm just so glad that I can make them for you. Let me see if I can do this. Look, yes! Isn't that cool? Everybody gets a chance to be on there. How about this one, Renee? Woo woo! I am very, very, very tech savvy here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna make it a little different than it was in my sample. We're gonna bring in some different colors and some different paper. I love this paper. This is another one from this pack. All right, and I'm going to be coordinating it with a piece of Flirty Flamingo. Now this Flirty Flamingo paper is cut at 4 by 11. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my scoring board here, and we're going to stick it in here on the long side, and I'm going to score it at, let's see, 4.5 and 6.5. All right, so that's all we need for that, 4.5 and 6.5. Then I'm going to bring in my two little peekaboo pieces. These are going to be for the sides, and these are cut at 3 by 5. Okay, now you need to pick which side of this piece of cardstock will be at the top of your bag, and I'm going to choose this one here. So I'm going to score all 3 of the other sides at 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to score 1/2, turn it this way, 1/2, turn it this way, 1/2. Now I'm going to leave the top one without a score. So I've scored on 3 of the sides at 1/2. I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, 1/2. 1/2. I hope everybody is having a great day. I was so excited that my internet is working today. I missed you guys last week. I was excited to do this project with you. So that is it. That is all for our scoring for this project. Now let's go ahead and grab these peekaboo pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crease on the score line. Yes, it is, Renee. This paper is amazing. One is just prettier than the next. There's one. And now I'm going to go ahead and do this to the same thing to the other side. And remember, these are just 1/2 inch score lines. This is going to be the portion that we're going to adhere to the front panel and back panel of the bag. All right, so there we go. Let's grab our first piece here, our Flirty Flamingo that we scored at 4.5 and 6.5. All right, so there we go. Now, we are going to take our scissors here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on the diagonal right through the point where that intersects there. Just like that. Same thing over here. Okay, so now the 3 sides are separate. The 3 little tabs are separate and can be glued separately to my bag. I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other one. Okay, we had such a great time at bingo last week and had such great response that we are probably going to just have to do another bingo. What do you guys think? Would that be fun? Yes, it would. All right, so there is our 2 side panels. Okay, now we're going to glue them onto our bag. Now let me show you. I've already got one here that's already started. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to lay down your bag here, and you're going to adhere that top panel to your bag. See, these are going to be the sides. Okay, I put a picture on my blog so you can see kind of how they go together. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and do the same with this one here. Okay, I'm going to put my bag this way. Now remember, this is going to be the outside, so this is the inside as it lays here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my liquid glue, my Tombow, and just put a nice thin layer on that top tab there, or actually the bottom tab. And you want to line it up so that this score line here goes right along and matches up with the score line on the cardstock, because they're going to go ahead and be adhered to the sides of the bag once we get that going. There we go. There's one. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just a nice thin layer of Tombow on there. And let's see, making sure that it's lined up. Whoops, that's not lined up. Just so because it will fold together, and you want to make sure the line here is also lined up, just so it's bending at the right places. Okay, move that over. That's what's great about the Tombow. It gives you a little bit of a chance to get it in the right spot. Oh, look what Joanne says. I think that is everybody's choice. Okay, we got so many messages, personal messages from people and everything. It was so sweet. We just had fun putting it together. So we're all on board as well. All right, so let's go ahead. Now we're going to bring up the sides of the bag and glue the tabs to those. All right, so let's go ahead and fold these here. We're going to put a little bit of glue on, let's go with this bottom tab here. Okay, just a little, don't go overboard. And then the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and bring it up. And then we want to make sure that it's lining up with the edge of the Flirty Flamingo cardstock. And remember, with the Tombow, it gives you a little bit of time to move things around so that you can get a good, there we go. See how easy that is? Then you can go in with your bone folder if you like. I'll put this back so you can see what I'm doing. And you can push that down real good so it's not going to move anywhere. Okay, so I'm trying my best to keep it that it's the same at the same spot on the corner, so it doesn't stick out. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. just a tiny bit of Tombow. Hey Rhonda, welcome. Rhonda, I sent you a note about the bingo card kit. Let me know what you want me to do, okay? All right, I'm going to turn it over one more time and do the same thing again with my bone folder. Okay, look how easy that is to put that bag together, how pretty that looks on the side. Okay, now with the Designer Series paper, it's very easy. You just want to take your finger, your pointer finger, and push in at the center and then move down the side of the bag very gently, and then you can push it in, and then there you have your little bag. Okay, since the Designer Series paper is not as thick as the cardstock, you really don't have to worry. It falls in and looks nice as you pinch the bag at the top. All right, now let's go ahead and do our little embellishment on the front. Okay, I'm going to grab this one here and show you what I have. Okay, what I used here was this label here is actually from the pierced bloom dies, and I cut it out using Whisper White, not Whisper White, basic white, of course. And then I took that 1 sentiment from the Friends Are Like Seashells, and I'm going to stamp that right in the center of my label. All right, then I'm going to grab my dimensionals. Just got a new pack of dimensionals. Look at this. This is amazing. New dimensionals, nothing like it. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and put this right on the bottom right-hand side of my bag. Okay, I'm going to do it right here. I don't want to go right to the bottom because I need a little room for my flowers. Okay, so there we go. Now let me show you what I cut out here. All right, these are all cut from the pierced dies. Okay, don't need 2 pinks. We're just going to do 1 pink. There we go. Okay, these are the tinier flowers. There's lots of different sizes of the flowers, but I just love them. Oh, I put away the wrong one, didn't I? Where'd the blue one go? Oh, here it is. They all have the little stitching on them. That's what I just adore. All right, Renee. Okay, you guys. Socks would fit in there. They would, Renee. You are absolutely right. Okay. I'm telling you. Is Dory on there feeding you the lines today, huh? All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these cute little flowers on. And to do this, I'm going to use my glue dots, which I need to find. Glue dots. Let's see. There they are. Okay, found my glue dots. These would be better with glue dots instead of glue because they are so small, and also better than the Seal Plus because it's hard to get Seal Plus down on a tiny little spot. So this is the best way to go. All right, so I'm going to take my little flower. This is a Flirty Flamingo flower, and I'm going to put it right at the bottom here like that. Then I'm going to take one of these little stitched leaves. Love these. This is Mossy Meadow. I love the real dark green with this. Okay, for this, I'm actually going to use a little bit of my Tombow, and I'm going to tuck it right under the label. Okay, I'm going to tuck it right under the label. So that actually is under the label and glued and secured. So there we go. All right, now let's do the next 2. And if you look here, they're kind of on a little diagonal. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing. Got doubles here. Okay, first with the yellow. This is a crushed curry cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, let me pull up the leaves a little bit first. There we go. And I'm going to put it right there on the edge of the label. Going to do the same thing with this. This is a balmy blue flower. And I'm going to go ahead using my glue dots and grab that there. And I'm going to put that one kind of like diagonal from the other one. They're going to kind of overlap a little bit. There we go. That's better. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other leaf. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this and tuck it behind the label. That'll kind of keep it out of the way and make sure it's nice and secure there. There we go. Bring him around a little bit. I want this one a little closer. There we go. Okay, there we go. The last thing for our flowers here are some little embellishments. I love these. These are from the Playing with Patterns suite. These are resin dots, and I'm going to use the yellow ones here. They've got all different colors. And I'm going to go ahead and use these yellow ones for the inside of each of the flowers. And one there, and then one in the center of my beautiful balmy blue flower. So there you have it. There are the cute little flowers. I love those. I just am in love with this set of dies. All right, there we go. I'm going to put these back away. Now all we have left to do is put our ribbon on. And I saw another demonstrator do something very obvious and logical, but I had never seen it before. I've always had such a time trying to hold the box closed while I was trying to put the ribbon on. It's like, oh, you have to use so much pressure and it's hard to tie the bow when you're pulling so hard. How about a little clasp? Mind blown. Mind was blown. That it makes it so much easier to put your ribbon on. Why didn't I think of that? All right, we're going to use some of the brand new ribbon. And I'm thinking, I got this pink out, but I'm having second thoughts about that since we have the Flirty Flamingo. Let me pick another one of the brand new colors. Let's see. How about oh yes, this is a good one. Let's go with this nice dark green. So pretty. This is the open weave ribbon, and it's available in all the new in colors. This is the Evening Evergreen. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and give myself a nice long piece. And because I have this nice little clasp on the top, I won't have to struggle to tie my bow. I can't even remember who the demonstrator was, but I was like, whoa, that is amazing. All right, so now I'm going to just tie my bow here. And remember, don't worry where it comes out. You can always slide your bow around to the front, but it makes it a lot easier because I don't have to worry about pulling it so tight to keep it closed, the bag closed. All right, so I'm going to take it off now, and I'm going to floof up my little bow here. That is a technical term. Floofing bows is a very important part of your project making. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and lop off a little bit of that. And there you have your bow for on your box. Isn't that so cute? I love making these. They're just fun and easy and perfect for socks. aren't they? All right, now let me give you just a quick tip on if you would be making it the opposite way. All your dimensions were going to be exactly the same, but what you're going to do is you're going to have a piece of cardstock that is 3 by 5, and you're going to score around 3 of the sides at 1/2. But then I recommend, if you can see here, making score lines for where the bag will kind of come together. So let me show you this. You're going to do exactly the same thing on the edges, but this is a lot more rigid than the Designer Series paper, so it's not going to bend as nicely when you pinch at the top. So it's much better if you have your score lines. All I did was score down the middle, which is 1.5, and leave about 1.5 inches from the bottom, and then score to the corners. Okay, now that, if you give it a little bit of a bend, when you put your bag together and pinch at the top, it's going to know where to go, and you'll have a nice clean fold that way. Let me show you mine here that I made that way. See here? I did that on this is polished pink, not Polish pink, which I called it before, polished pink. And I went ahead and I did my scoring on both sides before I put the bag together. And then when you pinch the top, it makes a nice clean fold there. So that is just a tip I wanted to give you for making the bag in the reverse style. So don't forget, this video tutorial and the PDF will be on my blog in just a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and download it, and I'm so grateful that you came and watched me this evening. And if you have any questions or have any about the tutorial or about any of the products, please let me know. And for the next few weeks, I am excited to share my party puffin projects. How about that? Party puffin projects. I've been having so much fun making these party puffin projects that I'll share them with you here real quick. If you were at the bingo, you probably saw them before, but we're going to be making this box next week. Okay, this is a cute little box that has a drawer that opens up, but not only does it have that, it has a little stand up that you can put it on your desk and admire it even after you eat your Rice Krispie treat. So we're going to do this one next Tuesday. Then I have a fabulous gift card holder using the Party Puffins. And then finally, I have this cute little window pane card that folds down into your envelope, and then it has a little space, and it shows the little puffins kind of dancing around the cake. All right, so that will be those 3 projects I'll be doing in the next 3 weeks, just to feature the Party Puffins, which is one of my favorite sets. Just love the little animals. So thanks again for joining, and I will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Everyone take care and have a great week. Bye now.